Hello everyone, I am Professor Nayan Asne, Department of Information Technology, Parvatibai Ganbamose College of Engineering, Bagoli, Pune. So in the last session, we have seen the agility principles. In this session or in this lecture, we'll talk about the myth of plan development, that is the myths regarding your agile development. So the first myth I have listed is the agile development is a methodology. So myths are nothing but the sayings which are not actually true. So the first myth regarding the agile development is a methodology. Actually, it is not a methodology. It is a set of values and principles which guide us as a set of development method. So it is not a methodology, but it is the process. The second is agile is undisciplined. So actually agile focus on individual and the interaction, as we have seen in the last lecture. It always focus on the individual and the communication and interaction between the peoples, instead of giving more emphasis to the process and the tools. So it is misunderstood by many of the people that agile is undisciplined, but agile is the disciplined process which focus on individual and the interaction between the individual, rather than giving more weightage or more value to the process and tools. Third is agile has no planning. So planning is everywhere. Without planning, you cannot do anything in the software development process. So agile required the planning. Fourth one is agile has no documentation. So the main objective of the agility is to remove the documentation. It means it doesn't totally remove the documentation, but the agility focus on the working software rather than the documentation. In the documentation, just the user stories are prepared instead of doing all the rough work. So you can have the user story, and depend on the user story, the agile development happens. So this is another one myth. Then next one is agile has no upfront design, as it traces the simplified design. So generally developers only implement the features which are needed, that is already user stories are in front of the developers, so just they develop the user story. So it is said that agile has no upfront design, but agile has the user story, that is only the needed features are developed. Next one is agile does not scale. So the scaling software development is the difficult. Some believes agile software will work for the small project, but not for the large project. But the agile process usually has large complex projects in it. So the large projects are the large projects are divided into the smaller modules, and the smaller modules are developed by the agile. So it is not true that agile does not scale. Agile scale for the larger and the complex project which are divided into the smaller task, and that task is developed by the agile process. The last one, seventh, is agile is just another fad. So the agile process used over the years, which means that it cannot say that it is a fad. Fad means it is just a time being or for the short live, but the agile is used for the numbers of years. So agile is not a fad. Agile is the development process, such as your development process model. One of the development process model, such as in traditional we use the waterfall model or incremental model. In now today's days in a software industry, we use agile for the software development process. So these are the 7 myths under your agile development process. So let us move towards the tool set for the agile process. So now in syllabus you have 2 tool sets, that is the Jira and Kanban for your agile development. In this session we'll see Jira, and we'll see next one the Kanban. These 3 are not listed, but I have just added for the more information that you should know which tool sets are used for the agile process. So first is the Jira, second is the Kanban, third is the Agile Bench, fourth is the Lean Kit, and fifth one is the Pivotal Tracker. So in syllabus you have Agile Jira and Kanban. So first let's see the Jira. So the Jira is agile tool used for the issue tracking and the project management. It is used over 122 countries in the world. So the Jira lets you prioritize, assign, track, report, and audit your issues from the software bugs and help desk tickets. So the Jira can offer the three different packages. So first is the Jira Core, which is include the base software. Second is the Jira software that is intended for the use of the software development teams, and the third is the Jira Service Desk that is intended for the use of by IT or the business service desk. So if you talk about Jira, so it is just a software process management tool, just a tool which is used for managing, tracking, debugging for your issues. So the Jira is mostly commonly used in the application for handling the software project. Jira is generally written in Java and it is deployed on the Java servlet container like Tomcat as a standard Java WAR file. So the user interact with the Jira with the web browser. It is agile project management tool. In one of the single Jira tool, you can manage, you can trace, you can debug your overall agile software development process. So as we have seen, there are three basic components of Jira. First is the Jira Core, second is the Jira Service Desk, and the last one is the Jira software. In Jira, most of the authentication is performed by the Seraph. Seraph is an open source web authentication framework. So the Jira uses the web work for processing the web requests that the user submit. So we can just see the Jira architecture. So again, here is a basic architecture which is used by the Jira. So first, the user will always interact with the Jira through the web browsers. Here we have listed the number of web browser. Then there is application service where we have the workflow, the security, the user management, the add-ons, the web app, the web services, search service and notification system, in where the Jira is installed. Now the Jira interact with the data storage with Jira Home. Okay. So this is the basic simplest architecture with the three layers for the Jira. If you see the more detailed architecture, you can see the more detailed architecture where the web browser user can submit the request to the web browser to the Seraph, as we have as I have already told about the Seraph. It is already it used for authentication for the users and interact with the web work. The response to the web browser, that means the response to the users, is always get from the JSP. When the user is authenticated by the Seraph, the workbook actions has been done and then it will goes to the OS user, then for the properties set, and whenever the workbook actions has been taken into the place, they will always interact with the Jira utility and the manager classes. They will indirectly interact with the scheduler, the services, the OS workflow, okay, the entity engine, and the lastly the relation database will be fetched for the user request and it will be retrieved to the again web work, and after the web work the JSP will be generated which will be shown to the your users who have submitted the request. So this is the detailed architecture of the Jira. Might be this architecture will be asked in the examination. So there is a reference link for the Jira. You can go through the reference link for more detail. Now we can see little bit more services about the Jira. So Jira, I have already told, Jira is one of the most common application for handling the software project. It is an agile project management tool and it supports the agile methodology wherever the Kanban, Scrum or any other view of agile is there. In one single Jira tool, you can manage, track as well as plan your agile software development process or the project. It is actually a software program that enables the companies to handle their projects, process, task and the issues. So the Jira is a web application through which the user can interact or the user can send the request to the web browser. From the web browser it will go to the webbook, as we have seen in the architecture, the web work actions through the Seraph. Seraph is the authentication tool again, and the response is get to the GSP to the user. So if you see the application service layer and the data storage layer. So the application service layer contains all the functions, the services which is provided by the Jira. These services include the various business functions such as the workflows and the notification. Other services such as the REST APIs, the web services which is provided the integration point to the other applications, and the data storage which will store the relational database services, that is the persistent data in a several places, and which is actually interacted with the Jira. So the data layer is responsible to send the response to the Jira. So the most of the business data such as the project and the issues are stored in the relational database. Such contents as uploaded attachment and the search indexes are stored in the file systems, which is known as the Jira Home. So we have seen the simple architecture in which you can see the Jira Home, in which all the indexes are stored for the relational database. You can see here the search index, which is already stored in Jira Home, and the attachments, that is nothing but your uploads. So user will interact with through the web browser to the application service. Application service will have the security, that means USRF, which will be used for authenticating the user. Then user management will be there, session management will be there, add-ons will be there, web dev will be there, web services will be there, search service will be there, and notification systems will be there. So this concurrently will run with the application service. After the application service, the request is transferred to the data storage. Now in the data storage we have the Jira Home, which contains the relational database, the index to the different pages, and the attachment which will be uploaded or which will be sent to the user. Same as when the request comes, the response goes with the JSP to the web browsers, and which will meet to your actual end user. So this is your Jira architecture, which is asked in the exam for at least 5 marks. So from the exam point of view, this Jira architecture is most important point. And also the myths which we have seen in the initial of this session. So in this session we have covered the myths of the planned development, that is the 7 myths. Agile development is the methodology. Agile development is undisciplined. Agile has no planning. Agile has no documentation. Agile has no upfront design. Agile does not scale, and Agile is just another fad. So these are the myths. Myths means the things which are not true, okay, but which looks like a true. So these are the 7 myths. Then we have seen the tools. I have listed the 5 tools, in which 2 are in the syllabus. The 5 tools are the Jira, second is Kanban, third is the Agile Bench, fourth is the Lean Kit, and fifth is the Pivotal Tracker. So the Jira and the Kanban is included in the syllabus. Then we have seen the Jira architecture with basic diagram and also with the detailed architecture. So if anyone is having question, they can comment in the comment section, or you can just ask me whenever we have conducted the Zoom session. So thank you.